from his enemies, from the people who were Arabs and non-Arabs, from people in Mecca and Medina and other geographical locations that were eyewitnesses to such a thing, more eyewitnesses than most of the history that you believe in from that time. If you're not Muslim and you're watching this, I just want to reach out to you and say, do you know what's the purpose of life? If you look at the purpose as presented by different isms, where it's either just do whatever you want or there is no purpose, then think about it. How valuable is life? And it would be wasted. But let me tell you about something, that there is a creator, one creator, the same creator that sent the message to Moses, to Abraham, to Jesus, to Muhammad, peace be upon all of them. And he sent that one message to worship none but the one God, to live a good life, don't kill, don't steal, don't harm others, follow the prophet of that time. Imagine how great your life would be living by that. You would be the best version of yourself. And let me prove to you that it's a true message. Think about a man in the desert more than 1400 years ago who could not read or write, who had no training in philosophy or science, who had no access to any of that information, coming and presenting the orbits of the heavenly bodies. In the Quran, the true message of the one creator that was revealed to Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, an unlettered, illiterate man, it tells us in the 21st chapter, in the 33rd verse, that all of the heavenly bodies, the sun and the moon, they have an orbit. How can a man in the desert, without telescopes, without that knowledge, know that? You cannot observe the orbit of the sun. The orbit is not the sun going across the sky in the day. That is the turning of the earth. The orbit of the sun is the sun's orbiting, which is something that is impossible to observe with the human eye. I want you to get a Quran. Look up this chapter 21, verse 33, and you will see that there is a fact in there that a man named Muhammad in the desert could not have known. Peace and blessings be upon him. So how did he know it? Well, you could say he guessed at it. But if you look in the same Quran, in the 23rd chapter, in the 14th verse, it talks about the development of the embryo and the stages of development inside the womb. Now, a man without an ultrasound machine, without an MRI machine, without any medical equipment, how could he know how the clot clings to the side of the womb, how that clot develops into a lump, how it develops flesh and then bones, and then the muscles that develop around the bones? How could he know those details? Impossible. Again, if it was one thing, you could have said he guessed. But if he continuously said it and he got it correct, how could he know? In the same Quran, it talks about how the depths of the ocean have a darkness that is unfathomable. And under that unfathomable darkness, there are waves beneath the ocean. How could he have known that? To see the waves on top of the ocean, yes, we can see that. But to deep dive without any equipment, without ever having gone to an ocean, knowing that there are waves underneath the ocean, something that we didn't realize until very recently. Knowing that the mountains are pegs that go into the earth as they go above the earth without any drilling equipment, without any geology experience. How could he have known that? Could he guess every time and get it right? That is mathematically impossible. In the Quran, in the 30th chapter, in the same book, he predicts something that is historically correct about the defeat of the Byzantine Romans at the hands of the Persians, and how long it will take 3 to 9 years for them to make a comeback and defeat the Persians. How would he have known that? At the time of the defeat, when these verses were revealed to him by the creator of mankind, it was impossible to predict something that everybody thought was never going to happen. The Romans had lost Constantinople, they had lost Jerusalem, they had lost Damascus, they were defeated. And the Quran said that they will make a comeback, a prophecy that came true. That same prophet had miracles that were observed by millions of people around the world. Miracles that we can show till today. What is that? The Quran itself, a miracle that is living in front of us. A book that is memorized by people across the world who don't even speak the language, that is preserved word by word, letter by letter. He had physical miracles like the splitting of the moon. Can a man on his own split the moon? No, but the man who has the power of God behind him can. And the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, did. And we have eyewitness accounts from his followers and also from his enemies, from the people who were Arabs and non-Arabs, from people in Mecca and Medina and other geographical locations that were eyewitnesses to such a thing, more eyewitnesses than most of the history that you believe in from that time. So now you tell me, if these miracles don't prove to you that this is a true message, what will? This right now is a guidance coming to you from the creator of the heavens and earth to follow the true path, the same path of every prophet, the one message that they all brought, which is Islam.